In this demonstration, we're going to look at using System Restore. System Restore allows me to put my machine back to a previous state. This can be quite useful in the case of somebody's maybe altering some of the settings. Another important thing to note with System Restore is it does not affect any personal data when you do a System Restore. It's purely here to put the system back to a previous working state. So the first thing we need to do really is we need to create a restore point before we can restore back from that restore point. And all we're going to do at this point here is we're going to come into File Explorer. Once we get into File Explorer, we'll just come to this PC. So all we're looking for is our PC itself. We'll right click, and what we're going to do at this point here is we're now just going to come down to the Properties tab. And on the Properties tab, we'll just have a look at our system settings. And we'll come to Advanced System Settings. Within Advanced System Settings, the next thing to do is come to our System Protection tab. And all we're going to do at this point here is select our C drive. And within here, we'll now click Configure. And on Configure, what we want to do is we want to ensure that we have Turn on System Protection. And also what I'm going to do at this point here is just for disk space, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Let's go up to 10%. Once we have that in place, next thing to do is just click OK. And then to create a system restore is we click Create. As you can see up the top here, it's asking us to give it a name. Just going to call this initial system restore point, and now we'll select create. As you can see, it's now creating our restore point. And system restore point has been successfully created, so now we can select close. So we've now created our system restore. So we'll just select OK at this point here. What we'll do is we'll just close all this down. So once we have that system restore point created, let's say somebody has modified something, whatever it is they've modified, it's caused a few issues with our system. So the next thing we want to do is we want to restore from that system restore point. And we can do that through the Windows RE or recovery environment. So what we're going to do at this point here is I'm just going to restart my computer. So I'll right click. I'll go for shutdown or restart, and we'll restart it. Now what we've also done is we've also mounted the ISO file, because this is a virtual machine I'm working on here, and we're going to boot from the Windows 10 installation media so we can restore the computer. So we'll do a restart. And as part of the restart, what it'll ask me to do is ask me to press any key to continue, because we have put in the boot media, so we'll just wait for this to restart. And we're now just waiting for it to pop up with the press any key. And now we're just waiting for it to go into the restart environment. So as we're booting from the installation media, it takes us to the installation screen. So we're just going to select our next button. And then on our next button, we're going to repair your computer. And what that will do is that'll take us into the menu for troubleshooting purposes. And all we're going to do is we're going to click troubleshoot. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to, at this point here, come in and do a restore of our device. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a system restore. As we can see, use a restore point, record on your PC to restore Windows. Target operating system is Windows 10, so we'll select Windows 10. Then what we'll do is we'll select our next button. And what we'll do is we'll go for restoring our initial system restore point and select next. And what we want to do at this point here is we do want to restore this computer, so we'll just confirm that is definitely the right one. It is. So at this point here, we just select finish. So it's just warning us that once this is started, system restore cannot be interrupted. So do I want to continue? Yes, I do. And now what it's going to do is it's going to go through the system restore process. Now this can take a few minutes, so at this point here, we'll just pause the presentation and return back once the restore is complete. So as you can see, restore is now complete. So the next thing to do is to click our restart button, and this will restart the device and it'll restart it back at its restored state. And last thing to do is to just log in. And what we should find is we're back to our pre-configuration changes. And that's the end of this demonstration. Thank you.